Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, I am always hesitant about giving out eBay tips because I shop on eBay. I don't really want to be telling you guys all of my secrets as to how I get stuff at good prices using the exact same platform any of us can use and the platform that pins me against you as far as what the best price is. But I can't help but let you guys know some of these tips because, well, if I've already bought the note, I'm probably not going to be hunting for the note. So I'd like you guys to have just as good an opportunity to buy stuff cheap as I did when I got it. So here is my hint, and it seems like such a simple thing to do. On eBay, there is something called a watch list. When you are looking through items, if you see an item you like, you can put it on your watch list. And eBay will then track that particular item. You can go to your home page and see all of the items that you have on your watch list. Now, that sounds like a pretty insignificant thing. But let's say you look through a buy it now listing. Okay, you can filter out if you want to do auctions or if you want to do buy it now. If you look at people who are looking to sell stuff, not auction stuff, they will put it out there with a buy it now price. Well, like I said, they're looking to sell immediately. If you watch an item that has a buy it now price, the seller gets informed that there is now a new person watching, which means that person, that seller, may send you an offer. Hey, I've got this bill priced at $100. I'll sell it to you for $80. And their offer is good for 24 hours or 48 hours or something to that, something to that extent. So now if you didn't watch it and you wanted that item, your choice would have been to buy it for $100 or continue to look to see if you could get a better deal. But because you clicked that watch button, the person holding that note decided they wanted to sell it, so they're going to send you a better offer. That's just one of the ways that I get stuff a little bit cheaper on eBay, by clicking that watch button. You'll be amazed if you start looking at how many offers you end up with in your email box. All right, so that's this week's tip. Let's take a look at what I found. We'll slide these out of the way and take a peek. Starting off, where's George? Don't recognize this one, so this is going to be from a new person. I'll be checking this one out shortly to see where it's come from. Another Where's George here. This one does have a familiar listing to me, though, so I know I've dealt with this guy before. I'm still sure that they're happy to see all their stuff get put in to the system. Next up, I've got another alternator. This one is 49434845. And then this one is pretty interesting. 1909, 1929. So it's an alternator with nines, 1909, 1929. It also happens to be a birthday note. That would be the 19th of September, 1929. So an alternator, a birthday, and all kinds of neat things to like there. Everything except condition, I guess. Here's quad zeros, and it's got two other ones. So it's a trinary, zeros, fives, and nines, and six of a kind with those zeros, as well as ending in 4 zeros. This one is another trinary. This is zeros, fours, and eights, and you're talking 5 zeros on that one as well. This one's zeros, threes, and fours. Ones, sixes, and sevens. Threes, fours, and sixes. Zeros, fives, and sixes. Zeros, threes, and eights. 1, 3, 4, and it's got quad threes with a fifth. Quad sixes on this one. This one's got 5 of a kind, 5 twos to start it off. That would have been really nice if those were zeros, because that would have made this a low number, a total of 185 if those were zeros. Oh well, still 5 in a row, still leading the bill with 5 of a kind. Let's see. This is 2017, starting the star notes. This one's actually in really good shape, too. Another 2017, also in good shape. 2013, not quite as nice. This one is pretty good. Not so nice there. This one's a nice one from St. Louis. I'll be checking all my stars as soon as my box fills up. I like to do them about 200 at a time. because that way it doesn't take as long. Older star note, 2001, older star note. Don't see a lot of those at all. Then we get to my older notes in general. This one's 1999. Another 99 here. Another 99. You can see how rough these get. That just should tell you why you should be starting to save some of these, because the ones you do find out there aren't really going to be out there too much longer. 1995, not a web note. Another 1995. And this one is 1988A, oldest note that I found in the group, 1988A. So that's what I found this week. So what did I pull out from my box? Well, I've shown this note before. This is my $100 trillion note. $100 trillion note there. Pretty impressive note when you start thinking about all the stuff that's on here. At a glance, it always looks upside down this way, but that's correct. $100 trillion note. Now, I said that this was one of the biggest, this was the biggest denomination note ever printed. Well, I was wrong. Someone pointed out that I was wrong. So, I dug around, and this is what I've come up with. This is from 1947. This is a 1947 note from Hungary. Now, looking at this note, it's written in a different language, which makes it tough to decipher what it is. I'm going to show both sides of this here. And to be honest, I'm not even sure which is the front or which is the back. I'm going to assume this is the front, but I could very well be wrong on that one. Anyway, what makes this note so cool is, at a glance, the only number you see here is 10 million. So you would think that this note is worth $10 million or whatever it is they use. Maybe it's Pengo. That would probably make sense. It does have 1945 here. However, it does have 1946 when you're talking on the back. This note is actually from 1947. And even though you would think it is a $10 million note, it is not, because of the B. In fact, TIZ would represent 10 here. You have 10, that would be million. And then the B is billion. So this is a $10 million billion note. 10 million billion. They decided to go against putting all the zeros down because you would need a total of, I believe, 17 zeros to get 10 million billion. Now, 10 million billion sounds like a made-up number. That's because when you're talking numbers this big, people didn't exactly know how to call them what they were. But they knew how big a billion was, and after that, they put 10 million in front of it, so you had 10 million billions to get to this note. That's what the B designation is here. B for billions. Tis million, billion, pengo. Now, to just show you what that would be, let me just slide some of this stuff a little bit here. Maybe you can see this, I hope. So you've got 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 million. Now, if you were to put a billion there, you'd be adding 9 more zeros. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's what 10 million billion looks like if you wrote it out. Now, if you start putting in your commas, that's your thousands, or that's your hundreds, that's your thousands. That knocks out your, this would all be millions, this would all be billions, that would be trillions. We are at 10 quadrillion dollars. 10 quadrillion dollars is what this comes out to be. That's crazy. Like I said, you thought 100 trillion? Okay, well, this one is worth, what would that be, 100 of these? Yeah, I think so. Nope. Well, 10 of these would be 1 quadrillion, and this is 10 quadrillion, so this would be, yeah, 100 of these gets you one of these if they were the same currency. But we're just talking number-wise. So $100 trillion, no longer the biggest denomination I own. The largest denomination I know is the $10 million billion note from Hungary, 1947. So that's what I've got for you guys this week. I know when I start adding zeros, a lot of people start rolling their eyes, but they're out there, and I just wanted to make sure that I had one of those. If you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Don't forget, I love reading your comments, so if you leave a comment down below, I'll do my best to answer it. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next week.